Hello guys, and welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll be covering how to use the new inverse kinematics system that came out in today's update. In this tutorial, we'll be making a basic system that puts the player's hands on top of nearby walls or other objects to make it look nice. I'd recommend you have some intermediate coding experience before going into this tutorial, as there are some things that may be a slight bit challenging, such as raycasts and but yeah, mostly just raycasts and such. But anyways, big project. So first of all, we want to drag in the IK anchors, which is these. So we want to drag two of them in, right? And here we have a few different properties. We have the anchor types. We have left hand, right hand, pelvis, which is basically hip, left foot, and right foot. So I'll be using left hand and right hand. We want to keep this at one rate, and we want to change the blend in and blend out time to about 0.2. Next, we want to create a new script and call this IK tutorial system. Whatever, you can call it whatever you want, but let's call this L hand and hand, search right hand and left hand. And we can add them as custom properties to here. Next, I will open this in this Nemo built-in code editor or script editor because I feel it might be a bit easier for some people who don't understand Visual Studio Code, might not understand like what different stuff there, something like that. So I'll just do it in here so everyone can follow along easier. So we'll start off with logo left and anchor equals to. So it's going to be a variable, but left hand anchor is squeak object, and we can change the position of it on that stuff through the script. Get custom property. And as you can see, if we go into core editor, you see we named it left hand, right? Our hand, left hand. So we're going to here and do arrow hand. And we also want to do name for object. And we're going to do the same thing for right hand as well. With this, change left to right, and change O to R. You also want to have a few variables. I think the variables you need would be local forward. This is how far forward the wall should be. And let's make this 100 meters. I mean maximum forward. It could be, it has to be 100 forward. And local side equals 50. And this is how far to the side. Actually, I think maybe 30 would be a bit better. And this is how far to the side would be. So if your player is standing here, it'll basically be 100 forward and 25 to the side. It'll check to see if there's a wall here. And same for the other side. So of course we want to have a tick function, right? The function, so in the service we're running 10 times a second. And see in here. And then you want to have for pair in pairs of game bracket pairs do. This is all the pairs in the game and iterates through them and throws them and puts them as a pair variable, that pair. So every 10 times a second, you'll be checking for the players in the game. And for each player in the game, you have to do a few things. You have to do local left and hit equals to load.raycast. So what this does is it basically draws a line from point 1 to point 2, and if there's any objects intersecting, then it gives the result of the object that's intersecting position or that. All we care about is if it's intersecting something and if and the position of it. So what I'm gonna do is pair the position. So pair the position, just another pair, plus pair get the rotation. So get the rotation of the pair. Then we multiply the rotation by vector 3 dot mu of forward side 0. So this returns the right side vector of this. So all you need to know is that basically it gets in this direction of the rotation, it gets that far ahead basically. So I'm not going to start to explain. I'm not really good at vector math, but all I know is that it works, and that's important. 3 dot mu 0 0 200. So 200 up. So starting from up here basically. So sorry, if the player is here, then we're starting from up here. Let's say. And when you go down to same position, but say 0, I think, right? We don't even where it is. So it goes from where the player is. Sorry, it goes from. I think what would be good is if we just do a quick for debug dot draw line from here to here. So this will quickly visualize where it's checking for a wall. Speaking, we should also probably add in a thing for the wall. So you see that's basically where the red line is where the patient's gonna be, where it's gonna be looking for something. As you can see, it's gonna be right in front of there because that's the position of the player, so it's gonna be staying there. But if we rotate around, then it's gonna be going there, right in front of the player. Well, wait, really right, something. I think it, yes, right. Anyways, we also want to do something called set ik, or it should be a custom function, right? Set ik to right hand anchor, player right hand hit. Now we want to make a function called set ik. Function set ik. So what we want to do is add in the anchor player and hit. So if hit, then else in. So if we want to do anchor set position hit impact position anchor set rotation to we want to create a new rotation of -19 0 and here hit rotation dot z. So it sets the rotation of the anchor to a rotation of 90. So if we have the anchor here, it would just be basically like this. So it's gonna be flat, not tilted. So by default, it's gonna be, as you can see here, it's like upright where it needs to be like this, so it'll be -90. And of course, rotate it around the z to basically be there. Now we're gonna do if not anchor dot server user data dot is activated, then so basically dot server user data is a custom table that all scripts running on server can see, and we can add properties to it. So I think it's activate property on it, and we can do anchor. Also, if not means if it's false or it's nil or something like that. Anchor activate. Okay. Also do anchor server user data dot is activated is true. The reason we have to do this is because core does not like it if you try to do activate when it's already activated. So we just have to do that. We're going to copy this, do it if not, change this to deactivate, and set this to false. Now if we drop in a queue here, we figure out why this isn't working. And apparently it's because I accidentally did right instead of left, so I'm going to fix that real quick. My bad. And now it should be working. And also this should be ink, not anchor, other type there. Anyways, as you can see, sometimes it will make this section a bit bigger so we can see this better. Well, I think this might actually be 90 perhaps. I think it's off there. There you go. So as you can see, we now our hand kind of follows it around. I do this for other hand as well. Now it's move this up and down, and it will actually be accurate. And actually, let's do Gaussian vector 3 dot new 0, 0, 25. And let's copy this and do the same thing, but change this to right, 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 and I'm gonna have this to negative side here and negative side there. Oh, negative side, negative side. And hit. Oh, you can follow there perhaps. There we go. Maybe this should be negative, this should be positive, this should be negative, and this should be positive. Right? Yes, there we go. So now if we work on the side, and it's like that. If we added another one here, let's time rotate a little bit as well. Maybe to have two hands up. I'm just gonna have two hands on different ones at once, but yeah. I think it's a pretty decent tutorial of how to use that case system. And anyways, I hope this tutorial helped you out. Huh, think of it, wait a minute. That one's one way around, the other one is right way around. That's weird. Anyways, I think that should take too much thinking to fix. But I hope this tutorial helped you out. And if you did, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. and have a great day. Thank you.